Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Grace Regato softball field here at the Babe Ruth Complex, right outside Bree Junior High, for Northeastern Conference softball. Lynn Classical, 3-1. The one loss coming, I believe it was in North Carolina. Certainly was out of state. They were down in Florida traveling. They haven't played that many games. They've been rained out a few times. They're 3-1, but they're undefeated up here. Taking on Salem. Salem is 2-3. And the center fielder Vidal will lead it off for Salem with Brooke Warren, daughter of the long-time, very successful softball coach at Lynn Classical. He wound up having to step aside when he became a vice principal. He did a great job here, and he was graduated from English. He was a quarterback at Lynn English and led English to a Super Bowl. Warren, a southpaw. The other pitcher for Classical is Abby Fowler, who was the daughter of Timmy Fowler, longtime coach at St. Mary's with Derek Dana and outstanding pitcher for St. Mary's. So it's in the genes for Warren and Fowler. Swing and a miss. The count goes full, 3-2. Swings through that pitch for strike 3. And the next hitter is the right fielder, Ryan. And I think there's been a Ryan playing for Salem for the last 100 years. Doc Ryan and his family, the great family in the city of Salem. And my good partner, Paul Halloran, who works for Ted Grant Communications and was former sports editor of the Item. He works with me in the Everett football games. He's married. His wife is a Ryan. So they're all over the place. And they had some very good athletes in the Ryan family, male and female. She chased that pitch that was over her head. Up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. And the count goes full again. And that's low for ball 4. So Ryan will draw a walk and be the first base runner. And another lefty, Rigo, the catcher. In for a strike. In for a strike again, quickly 0-2. Hit in the air. Long run, can't get there. It's going to be a base hit. Over the second baseman's head in front of the center fielder. So a walk and a hit puts runners at first and second for Salem with one out. And the pitcher Tremblay can help herself. So Salem with a threat after a strikeout. Waves at that pitch for strike one. Waves at it again, 0-2. Hits it off the screen, protecting the Salem dugout. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Popped up. And they're going to get a double play. Runner at first took off. Third baseman Fessler cut in front of the shortstop, made the play. And they double the runner off at first. She took off on the hit. So the double play wipes out the first and second with one out for Salem. So you get a hit and a walk. Warren picked up a strikeout. And Classical gets out of the first inning unscathed. And they'll get a chance to get on the board first. Isabella Fessler, the third baseman, will lead off. Batting second and playing first, Amanda Wilkins. Second baseman, Kayla Morrow, will hit third. In the cleanup spot is the left fielder, Kiara Edmonds. Maddie Dana, the catcher, will hit number 5. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, Rebecca Walker. The designated player, Maggie McHale, hitting for the center fielder, Mackenzie Shea, will hit number 7. Batting eighth is Sierra Collins, the right fielder. And the pitcher, Brooke Warren, will bring up the tail end of the batting order, batting number 9. Tremblay on the mound for Salem. They're looking to go 500. They're 2-3. Classical looking for their 4th win to go 4-1. So Isabella Fessler will try to get it started for Classical. I thought it was high. I thought his right arm came up. I don't know if he called it a strike or not. The lights come on here at the Grace Regato Field. Fishing low for a ball. Usually by this time the weather is nice for night games. They hold off for a while, thinking the weather would come, but the weather has been miserable. This is one of the best days we've had in a long time, and it's still, the breeze is still hanging around. It's still not weather enough for people to wear shorts and a t-shirt. It's still, you have to bundle up. Hit foul behind home plate. Tried to change up, went wide in the dirt. Hit in the air again, behind first base. Had it, couldn't hold on to it. Second baseman almost caught the deflection. So Fessler gets a break and gets another life. Off the first baseman's glove. She was worried about running into that fence that's right there. In for a strike. So that first pitch that he put his arm up on was not a strike, because that would have been strike 3. So that was the second strike. Hit foul again, out of play. So Fessler making Tremblay work here. Hit foul again. Up and away for a ball. So that's a good at bat by Fessler. She kept fouling pitches off. She finally draws a leadoff walk. Classical has a base runner for Amanda Wilkins, the first baseman. Swings to the pitch. The runner takes off. In with a stolen base. He gets out into center field. And they're going to continue on to third. So Fessler gets the stolen base. The errant throw went into center field. So that puts Fessler at third. And Amanda Wilkins should love a base hit, but if she can put the ball just in play, we'll get Classical the lead here in the bottom of the first. Hits it foul past third base. Hit the second. That's enough to get a run home. Wilkins will get an RBI. So Fessler manufactures a run. A walk, a stolen base, the throw into center field. And now the ground out. And 2 hitters. Classical has a 1-0 lead. Kayla Morrow, the second baseman, is the hitter. Pop up. Foul behind third base. Again, she tried to change up, lobbed it in, and wound up hitting Morrill on the back. So Morrill becomes a base runner. Kiara Edmonds, the left fielder, is the hitter. They're checking to make sure Morrill is okay. It hit her in the back. The cold weather makes it feel even worse, and it might have got one of the shoulder blades, or goes Richard out to check on her. So we'll be back to softball as Kayla Morrow says she's okay. Edmonds, the left fielder, the hitter. Costa's got a run in with a runner at first and one out. Hit in the air, foul. It's going to go out of play. Just beyond the Salem dugout. So the lights are on all over the place. Babe Ruth playing baseball, starting their season. Jeff Earp doing a great job as the president, along with a whole lot of workers. Hit in the air. Long run for the center fielder. That looked like it was a right fielder's ball, but the center fielder, Vidal, a long way to run. And she came away with a very nice play. She covered a lot of ground. 2A, Maddie Dana. She's the daughter of Derek Dana, the very successful baseball coach at St. Mary's. So Fessler stole right away. Morrill is staying at first base so far. Hit to the second baseman. Just hung up long enough for Cook to make the play. But St. Mary's just played the first game. Glasgow gets on the board without a base hit. A walk, a stolen base, an error, and a ground out. They manufacture a run. We played an inning here at the Grace Regato Field. Glasgow leading Salem 1-0. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Napier Cooks, the first baseman, leads it off for Salem. I got like the fourth copy of the roster, the batting order, and it's hard to decipher. 5, 6, and 7 for Salem as we start the second inning. Swing and a miss. Brooke Warren gave up a hit and a walk, but got out of it with a double play. Nice change-up, way out in front. Good pitch by Warren. Took a lot after that pitch. Down and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. So she starts the second inning like she started the first with a swinging strikeout. Here's another name people familiar with Salem will certainly know. O'Leary, the shortstop. There's been a whole lot of those for a whole lot of years playing at Salem High School. Swing and a miss. Down and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch up and coming. Change up, stayed high. Evens the count at 2. Missing outside. So she had her 2 strikes. Now she's got to come in with a pitch. So mirror images the first 2 innings, a strikeout and a walk. Rodney, the third baseman, will be the hitter. Well, she's almost on top of the plate. In for a strike. Waves at that pitch. They throw it down to first. Getting back is O'Leary. Chase the high pitch. And I was wondering why she was staying in the batter's box. That's strike 3. So 2 outs. Cook, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Nice stop. Throw down goes into center field. The runner was going to continue to third. So O'Leary steals second. Goes to third on the errant throw. That's similar to what Glasgow did in the first inning, except there was nobody out at the time. In this case, there's 2 outs. Shot. Foul. Cook ripped that one, sliced it down, and it just sliced foul. She got all of that one. Looked like she tied it up, was going to wind up at second or third base. In for a strike. Warren 1 strike away from leaving the tying run at third here in the top of the second. Chase the pitch for strike 3. So she gave up a walk on the inning, but she struck out the side. Salem was down in the second. 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. For Brooke Warren. And for Klasko in the bottom of the second will be 6, 7, and 8. For the Lady Rams against Tremblay, who hurt herself with a walk leading off the bottom of the first, and the walk came around to score, and that's the difference in the game. 1-0 Glasgow. We mentioned Glasgow had a great trip going to Florida, playing some very good teams, and Coach Rizzi was showing the game they lost down there. And I thought she said it was Carolina. They were playing their 14th game, and Glasgow was playing their first. And since coming back here, Glasgow's had the weather interrupt them. So it's been almost like a vacation between games. Rebecca Walker, the shortstop, finishing up a very good career at Glasgow. She's an outstanding softball player and had a very good year for the basketball team, helped to lead them to the tournament. She played very well. But she, defensively and offensively, she's been big, and she keeps it going. She gets it into right center field for a base hit, For the second inning in a row, Glasgow has the leadoff hitter on. Maggie McHale. She's a designated player. She's hitting for the center fielder, Mackenzie Shea. Hitting from the left side. Gets the bunt down to third. It's dropped there. Can't make the play. The error is going to put 2 on. Second error. McHale will get credit for a sacrifice. 2 on with nobody out for Sierra Collins, the right fielder. She tries the bunt and misses it. Pushes it to first. They make the play at first. Collins gets the job done. So Brooke Warren can help herself. Throws left, bats left. The pitcher with second and third can increase her lead if she can at least put it in play. She does. They throw it home, they got no play at home. Warren will get a fielder's choice and an RBI. She hit it solidly right at the second baseman. They tried to knock down the runner at the plate, and it didn't come close. So it's a run in with first and third, and we'll get a runner for Warren at first base. Isabella Fessler coming into this inning, she was the difference in the game. As she fakes the bunt, and the runner, Mary Collins, running for Warren, winds up at second base. So it's second and third. Fessler drew a walk and scored the run. As she swings, got a little bit of a tip, fouled it back. Up and away for a ball. Up and away again. That evens the count at 2. On the inside corner for strike 3. Good pitch by Tremblay. Her first strikeout. Here to bring up Amanda Wilkins. Amanda got the RBI. She bounced to second base with the runner at third, knocking in the run. Takes it down and in for a ball. Tremblay trying to stop the bleeding a little bit here. Classical has won the big strikeout with second and third, gets the second out. Hit slowly to third, it skips out into foul territory. Hit foul again. Chopped, foul again. That was like a little chop out in front of the plate. Rigo, the catcher, got to it quickly. Looked like she was going to tag the runner coming home, McHale from third. Hit solidly by the shortstop in the outfield for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. A big 2-out hit by Wilkins. A solid shot by the shortstop. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-0 game. Kayla Morrow got hit by a pitch. Her first at bat. In for a strike. Hit in the air to center field. Coming on is Vidal to make the play. But Classical sends 7 to the plate. 3 of them score. And all of a sudden that 1-0 lead is ballooned to 4. Classical 4. Salem nothing at the end of 2. 9-1-2 for Salem as we start the 3rd inning. Classical leading at 4-0. Swing and a miss. Another name they tried to decipher off the sheet. Fitzfabro, the left fielder. Fitzpabro. Hit foul off the screen. Quickly it's 0-2. Popped up in the center field, going back behind second base, out in the outfield grass. Kayla Morrow covered a lot of ground going out behind second base and making the play. So 1 up, 1 down. In the 3rd, Vidal, the center fielder, struck out swinging, starting the ball game off. Low for a ball. Morrow covered a lot of ground going out behind second base, 8 or 10 steps in the outfield grass. Hit foul, slicing it the other way, off to the left side. Still not great weather to play baseball or softball. Still a bit of a breeze. Temperature is not what you'd like to have it. People, the fans, there's more fans showing up. Most of them are sprinkled down the left field line looking over the fence, but there's some in the outfield, and they're all bundled up. Good pitch for a strike. I didn't dress this warm when I went to the hockey rink. Low for a ball. Count evens at 2. Walker with a great play. That's a base hit going into left field. She went, backhanded it. Strong throw over to Wilkins for the out. What an outstanding defensive play. So 2 hits, 2 swings by Salem. Could have been 2 base hits. Morrow took the first one away. Walker with a great play took that one away. Rito as the only hit so far for Salem. She popped one up just behind the second baseman in front of the center fielder. followed the walk in the first inning, and then the infield pop-up turned into a double play to get Classical out of the inning. Hit the other way into left field for a base hit. So Ryan's on for the second time. Rigo, the catcher, she had the only hit, popping it behind second base. Now Ryan gets the second hit. 2 outs, a runner at first for the Lady Witches. Down and away for a ball. Hit in the air, drifting over, almost to dead center field. The left fielder, Kiara Edmonds, drifts over and makes the play. So Classical's defense comes up big in that inning. 3 nice plays. The great play by Walker at shortstop. So Salem has another base runner, but they leave him again. We'll move into the bottom half of the third with Classical holding on to that 4-0 lead over Salem. Tremblay will start her third inning of work, and it will be 4, 5, and 6. Kiara Edmonds, Maddie Dana, and Rebecca Walker to face Tremblay as we start the bottom of the third inning. We're closing in on May. April's been a horrible month for baseball and softball, with rain and cold and damp and temperatures. If they were in the 50s, they were the low 50s. We didn't have too many where the sun was shining. So hopefully, although May is coming, hopefully May will be a better month, but I'm not sure because May is the first couple of days. May will be this week, coming up a couple of days, and it's scheduled for more rain, according to the weatherman. Hopefully we'll get into some good weather as we're leaning down into Memorial Day weekend, where right here at Grace Regatta we'll have the annual John Holland Memorial Tournament. English, Classical, St. Mary's, and Swampscott. That usually closes out the regular season for most. A couple of years St. Mary's had a 1 game after that. I don't know if they do this year or not. English, Classical, and Swampscott usually finish up that day, but now you don't know. We get so many rainouts. Up and away for a ball. Kiara Edmonds flied out to center field. Nice running catch by Vidal. High again for a ball. Swing and a miss. Hit on the ground, a shot. And they throw it away. Fielded smoothly, but the throw is high and over the first baseman's head. Edmonds will reach second on the error. So Salem has made an error an inning. Maddie Dana popped up to second her 1 trip. Hits it into center field. Catch is made there by Vidal. So Dana jumped on the first pitch and got under it just enough to keep it in the air for Vidal to track it down. 1 away for Rebecca Walker. Got a base hit. Scored the first of the 3 in the second inning. In for a strike. off the catcher's glove. That's going to move the runner to third. The wild pitch in the dirt. Now Classical looking to add to their lead with a runner at third and 1 out. They get the bunt down. Safe at first on the base hit, and when they go to first, now they throw it, nobody covering third. Walker just kept going. They were looking to get the runner at home. They turned, threw the ball to first. The runner from third scored. Walker beat it out, and then the throw got by the catcher. So the error in the inning, Walker hustling all the way to third. So an error, a fly out, a bunt single, and an error. Classical's got a run, and they had a runner at third with 1 out. So they increased their lead to 5-0. Good base running by Edmonds. Didn't score right away, waited for the throw to first base, and then broke and scored, drew the throw. Walker just kept going when the ball got by everybody. And she realized nobody covering third, she kept going to third. In for a strike. Megan McHale looking to sacrifice after Walker's leadoff single, got the bunt down, and it was mishandled. She wound up reaching and scoring a run in that 3-run second inning. She got good credit for a sacrifice. Popped up into short left field. Pablo makes the play out in left field. Walker, good base running by Walker, going all the way to third, and that bunt base hit put her in scoring position, and she scores on the sacrifice fly. Hit by the shortstop. Collins, the left fielder, with a base hit. She sacrificed her first time up. So Classical is up that lead to a touchdown, 6-0. Collins at first for Brooke Warren. Brooke reached in the fielder's choice, getting an RBI. She bounced to the second baseman. They tried to throw the runner out at the plate. Didn't get her. Warren wound up reaching, and she wound up scoring. Had to duck out of the way of that one. In for a strike with Warren taken all the way. Top of the order, Isabella Fessler on deck. That one bounces and goes to the backstop for ball 4. Warren's on for the second time. That extends the inning for Fessler, who was walked and scored and struck out. And we'll get another runner for Warren at first base. And I believe it's Mary Collins again. High for a ball. I think I said Warren reached in the fielder's choice for getting an RBI and scored a run. She didn't score. The runner, Mary Collins, scored the run. In for a strike. So 2 errors in the inning have hurt Salem. Down and in for a ball. One started the inning and scored. The other one was the error that allowed Walker, after the bunt single, to go all the way to third, and she scored on the sacrifice fly. Hit foul right into the classical dugout. Hit past third base for a base hit. 1 run scores. I don't know why they threw the ball home. The runners had stopped at first and second. Fessler gets an RBI hit. The runners stopped at first and second, but then they threw the ball home. And that allows them both to move up to second and third for Amanda Wilkins, who grounded out second and first, getting an RBI and singled. Nice pick at first base. Tremblay made the play. They throw Wilkins out. Glasgow puts 3 more on the board. And at the end of 3, it's Glasgow 7, Salem nothing. Tremblay, the pitcher, will lead off the 4th inning. Takes it wide for a ball. Jumped on that changeup. It was low. Safe at second base. Tremblay gets a base hit, and the error puts her over at second. Second error for Glasgow. Close play at second, but she slid in okay. I don't know, we might be going to get a pinch runner with Tremblay at second base.
Hey, Lady Ribs.
Warren threw that changeup and almost ankle high. And she just popped it into the outfield. McCall is the pinch runner at second base. Napier Cooks, the first baseman, is the hitter. She struck out swinging her first time. She swings for that pitch for strike 1. It's actually Almada. I thought it was 3. It's 5. So Almada is running at second base. Swings through again. The 0-2 pitch. And she swings through it again for strike 3. Five strikeouts for Warren. O'Leary, the shortstop, drew a walk. Made it all the way around to third base. She walked, stole second when the ball went into center field. She took off for third, but then Warren, that was the inning she struck out the side. She got 2 big strikeouts following all that. And O'Leary wound up stranded at third base. Swing it, miss again. That wasn't a straight change, but it looked like she pulled the string a little bit. O'Leary was out in front. High for a ball. Swing and a miss for another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for the second time in the game. 6 overall. Rodney, the third baseman, was a strikeout victim her first trip. She was part of the 3 that Warren got in the second inning. The third inning was the only inning she didn't get a strikeout. She made up for it getting 3 in the second. High and away for a ball. Hit in the air, down the right side, slicing out of play. Swing and a miss. Hit foul off the backstop. Well, actually, it's just the tip of the bat off that. It just kind of pool cue shot it to the screen. Swing and a miss for the second time. She strikes out the side. So the hit doesn't hurt. Salem leaves another base runner. 7 strikeouts in 4 innings for Warren. Halfway through the ball game, 7-0 Glasgow over Salem, looking for win number 4. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Lady Rams. Glasgow really hasn't been tested in the Northeastern Conference yet. They played arch rival English, and that was not pretty. That might be the only one they played. I don't think they played anybody else in the conference. With rainouts and weather and coming back from Florida. Kayla Morrow got hit by a pitch and flied out to center field. Low for a ball. In for a strike, 1-1. Down and away for a ball. Solid shot off the first baseman. That'll be a base hit. They was almost gonna be a rare 3-4 to 3 out. A solid shot bounced off the first baseman, deflected the second baseman. She couldn't pick it up quite in time. Morrow gets a base hit. Kira Edmonds is fly to center, reached on an error and scored. Up and away for a ball. In for a strike. 1-1. Edmonds is the Ram left fielder. Hit in the air, it's going to slice foul over behind first base. Changeup popped over the mound. They haven't got a play. It just died. That's one of those little pop-ups. Went right over the mound and just died. Behind the pitcher in front of the second baseman. Shortstop couldn't get to it. Back-to-back hits. Edmonds is a line drive in the box score. 2-1, nobody out for Maddie Dana. Popped up infield fly rule. Tremblay, the pitcher, will make the play. Dana loves that first pitch. So 1 away. Rebecca Walker is singled and singled. Scored twice and knocked in a run. So she's perfect. 2 for 2 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. In for a strike. Nice stop by the catcher, Rigo, in the dirt. High and away for a ball. So Morrow started with a base hit off the first baseman. Edmonds with a base hit. Walker kind of golfs at that one, hits it off the backstop. Hit back to the pitcher. Tremblay will throw her out at first base. So Tremblay makes 2 plays to pop up any assist. The runners move up to second and third. Maggie McHale sacrificed but reached when it was booted and then hit a sacrifice fly. She scored a run and knocked in a run, and she hasn't been up officially. Down and away for a ball. Hit in the left field for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. A big 2-out hit by McHale. Well, Classical scored in every inning. They now have 9. And Ciara Collins, the right fielder, has sacrificed, singled, and scored. So she's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Since we're 8 miles away, I can't tell if this is a pinch hitter or not. Abby Fowler is the pinch hitter, hitting for Collins. Off the catcher, that'll move the runner down to second. The wild pitch. So it looked like they might get out of it. With 2 outs after 2 on. Second out, move the runners up to second and third. Hit to first. Epicouche makes the play herself. But Classical has another inning. You get 2 more. A big 2-out hit by McHale after leadoff hits by Marlon Edmonds. And Classical has expanded the lead to 9-0 at the end of 4. Eight, 9, and 1. Cook, Fitzpatrick, Vidal for Salem against Brooke Warren, who's got a few more runs to work with. Hit in front of the plate. Dana to Wilkins for the out. I think the hitter stopped thinking it might be foul. But good hustle by Dana to stay with it and throw Cook out. So 1 pitch, 1 out in the 5th. Fitzpatrick, the left fielder, popped to second. Her 1 trip. Hit back to the mound. 2 pitches, 2 outs. As Warren helps herself. Vidal, the center fielder, struck out and bounced out short to first. In for a strike. Hit in the left field for a base hit. Vidal went the other way. And lined into the left field for a base hit. Ryan, the right fielder, has walked and singled. She's perfect. 1 for 1. In for a strike. He threw the ball down to first. Getting back is Vidal. Hit foul off the backstop. 2 quick strikes. Up and away. They throw it down. The runner bluffed like she was going. Strong throw by Dana. Swing and a miss. They'll throw her out at first base. Wilkins picks it out of the dirt. So Salem gets another base hit. They get another base runner, and they strand another runner. Eight strikeouts for Brooke Warren. As we move into the bottom half of the fifth, it'll be 9-1-2 for Classical. Well on their way to their fourth win. Brooke Warren reached in the fielder's choice. She bounced to second. They tried to throw the runner out at the plate. She wound up reaching, and running for her was Mary Collins and came around to score. Last time up, she walked. And Collins running for again, wound up at third. When Sierra Collins got a base hit. Actually, it was Fessler got the base hit, knocked in a run. And the pinch runner went to third. Down and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. Wide again for a ball. Swing and a miss for strike three. So one away in the fifth. First strikeout for Tremblay. Emily Rodriguez is hitting for Fessler. Richard going to her bench with a comfortable lead. Hit to the right side, it's going to go out of play. High for a ball. Hello. Go ahead. Wow. Wow. All right. Yeah. Okay. Frank, yep, that's great. I'm right in the middle of the game now, so. Thanks, pal. Tremblay didn't have a strikeout going at this inning. She strikes out the first two. That one's in for a strike. Amanda Wilkins has bounced at second baseman for an RBI. Had a base hit knocking in two. And now the ball gets away from the center fielder. And Wilkins is going to keep on going. He can't pick it up. Vieira is going to put her all the way at third. Fifth error for Salem. They couldn't pick the ball up. It got loose. Wilkins headed for second base. When they still couldn't pick it up, she just kept going to third. So the 2-out hit and an error puts the runner at third for Kayla Morrill, who got hit by a pitch, fly to center, singled and scored, and now she's got a base hit. 2-out lightning for Classical. Wilkins scores from third on that hustle play going to third. Morrow brings her in with the base hit. Her second hit. She's been on base. Morrow's been on base 3 times. 2 hits and a hit batsman. She scored 1, knocked in 1. Kiera Edmonds has reached the last 2 times, an error and a hit. Both times she scored. And Classical has reached double digits. It's now 10-0. In for a strike. Hit the third. They make the play. Edmonds hit it well, but hit right at the third baseman. For Classical stays perfect. They've scored in every inning. They pushed it to double digits. At the end of 5, it's Classical 10, Salem nothing. 3, 4, and 5 for Salem. Rigo, the catcher, will lead it off. She is singled and fly to left. We mentioned Salem was trying to go to 500, being 2 and 3, but Classical is not going to let them do it here tonight. They're going to drop a little further under 500. Classical's going to go a little higher over 500 and stay undefeated in the conference. Popped up. Morrow, the second baseman, will make the play. In the 5th inning, the first 2 outs were on 1 pitch. In the 6th inning, the first out is on 1 pitch. Tremblay, the pitcher, has popped to the third baseman, turning into a double play, and singled the last time up. She wound up at second when the ball got away from the left fielder. Pop foul and out of play. Tremblay hasn't really pitched that bad. She's given up 10 hits. She spaced them out fairly well. She's only walked 2. But Salem, she did hit about her. But Salem has made 5 errors behind her. chased that high, fast pitch and swung through it. Change up. Just high. Good pitch by Warren. Pulled the string, but it went high. Hit in the center field for a base hit. Warren's given up 5 hits. Tremblay, the other pitcher, has got 2 of them. Napier Kooks has struck out twice, both times swinging. And we'll get a runner again for Tremblay. I believe it's Almada again. High for a ball. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1. And swing and a miss again. Another strikeout for Warren. O'Leary, the shortstop, has walked and struck out swinging. He threw it down to first, diving back is Almada, the pinch runner. Popped up to second base. Morrow will make the play, and Salem is down to their last 3 outs. They have another base runner. They've had at least one base runner in just about every inning, but they haven't been able to bring anybody around. Nine strikeouts for Warren through 6. And it will be 5, 6, and 7 for Classical as we start the bottom of the 6th. Salem is down to the last 3 outs. Salem was bounced around a little bit. Rigo, the catcher, is now playing shortstop. So I don't know who the catcher is. I don't think it's O'Leary. O'Leary was the shortstop. Dana, the catcher, has popped to second, fly to center, and popped to the pitcher. Bree Sprinkler is hitting for Maddie Dana. Hit to the mound. Tremblay takes care of that one. Becca Walker has singled twice, scored twice, knocked in a run. She bounced to the pitcher her last time. So she's 2 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Slicing foul. She got a good piece of it and drilled it to right field. And it just sliced foul. Went down and got that one and golfed it into right field. She's got her third hit. Maggie McHale has sacrificed, reached when the ball was misplayed, and scored. Hit a sacrifice fly for an RBI and singled, knocking in 2. So she got 3 RBI and she scored a run. Hit the first. Epicooks makes the play unassisted. 2 away. Sierra Collins sacrificed, singled and scored. Last time she was pinch hit for. Taps it toward third base foul. High and tight for a ball. Little touch down the first baseline for a base hit. Well, Glasgow keeps their record intact. They've scored in every inning. Base hit. That was Mary Collins with that base hit. And the RBI. And that was Brooke Warren with that last base hit. And they'll run for her again. So first and second with 2 outs. And that's going to move everybody up. Swing and a miss. Ava Foglietta is the runner for Warren. Hit the shot off the first baseman's glove. That's going to score a couple of runs. She ran over to tag second like she was going to get a force out. There was no runner at first. And that's going to do it. The 12-run mercy rule kicks in as Glasgow gets 3. Third inning, they scored 3 runs. And the last couple came with 2 outs. So Glasgow will go to 4-1. Salem will drop to 2-4. As the last error, which is the 6th error for Salem, allows the 2 runs to score. And that kicks the mercy rule in. Makes it 13, and even Baker's dozen 13. They win at 13-0 to kick in the mercy rule. Warren goes the distance, gives up 5 base hits, scattered them out well. Walked 2, didn't walk anybody over the last 4 innings. Struck out 9. Pitched very well, fielded a position well also. Glasgow got 1 in the first on a walk to Fessler. She came around a stolen base, an error. A ground ball by Wilkins made it 1-0, and that's all Wilkins needed. They got 3 more in the second. The RBI, a 2 RBI single by Wilkins. A fielder's choice by Warren got her an RBI. They added 3 more in the third. An RBI by Fessler, an RBI by Walker, and a sacrifice fly by McHale. They put 2 more in the fourth. 2 RBI single by McHale. They added a run in the 5th on an RBI single by Morrow. And then in the 6th, the base hit by Warren. The RBI by Collins. Warren reached on a base hit. The error moved everybody up. The wild pitch put them in scoring position, and the error scored both of them. And that made it 13, and that was the ball game. So for Glasgow, Fessler was on base 3 times. He had an RBI single, scored a run. Wilkins had 2 RBI. She had 2 base hits. She scored a run. Morrow got hit by a pitch, had 2 base hits, knocked in 1, scored a run. Edmonds reached on an error, got a base hit, scored twice. Becca Walker had 3 base hits, knocked in 1, scored 3. Maggie McHale had a sacrifice, reaching base and scoring, had a sacrifice fly for an RBI, had a 2 base hit for 2 RBIs, knocked in 3. Collins had a single, scored a run. Mary Collins hitting for her, got a base hit, a double for an RBI. Brooke Warren was on base 3 times, a fielder's choice, a walk, a base hit. First time running for her was Mary Collins scoring a run. Warren also had an RBI. And the last one was Reese Brinkler. Or the last one was Ava Foglietta running for Warren. And she scored a run. So everybody getting involved. Coach Richard able to use her bench. Warren went the distance, gets the win. Salem can't score against Warren. Managed 5 hits, 2 walks, and that was it. Warren shut the door. Glasgow was able to score in every inning. It's a mercy rule 6-inning win for Glasgow. They put 13 runs on the board. 3 innings, they scored 3. They wound up with a Baker's dozen 13, and they win it. Their 4th win of the season. They go to 4-1. 13-0 Glasgow over Salem in a 6-run mercy rule win. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.